Cansado daquele atacante que só perde gols? Reforce seu time comprando coins de maneira rápida e segura, sem risco de banimento. Cobrimos qualquer oferta do mercado. Chame agora mesmo no link da descrição.
You can argue both games are feature matchups. We'll give you the lowdown on everything that happens here in Group B. And you've just seen the headline news. Nixneb and Khan of Galatasaray have just qualified for the FC Pro Open, and they have both been thrown into some ridiculously tough groups. And the crazy part is tomorrow, Rich, we have to find 9.
Here we do.
More players. 8, and then we have the last chance bonus spot that's available. And we haven't even looked at the group of death yet. ABOFAWZI kicking from right to left here. Gareth Bale, one of his choices in the team. There's only 3 players in the whole 64 that went for Gareth Bale. He was one of them. Quick corner comes in. Courtois does get 2 hands on it.
We've also seen some horrific goalkeeping, so hopefully that stays away and we get 2 solid sets of keepers in this final round. I don't want to see someone lose out on a spot due to a Courtois howler.
Yeah, I mean, that wasn't pretty, was it, in the last game when you saw it? PAULO Neto flawless yesterday, 5-0. And a bit more of a trickier road, though, this time. Looks to try and speed boost his way past Hernandez there with Ousmane Dembele.
When we were in the break just then, I quickly went over and spoke with PAULO and Renzo and just sort of said, look, what's happening, where we're going wrong, 5-0 yesterday. And they said this matchup probably favours them a little bit, like they like this matchup compared to the previous 2 that they've had today. This one feels pretty nice, and they expect a victory.
Ousmane Dembele, back to you. Loves sort of cutting down in from this right-hand side. Scored a few goals earlier in the competition from that same sort of area there. Did PAULO Neto. ABOFAWZI cuts it back inside, looking for Rafael Leao. Where's the ball going to bounce? It's a panic clearance, which has given the ball back.
That's a power shot
into Steven Gerrard, who for his trademark power shot from the edge of the box. I mean, ABOFAWZI, you could argue, Richie, sort of just building into the Middle East, the Saudi Arabian scene for so long. Abu Makka's been up and coming. He just qualified earlier for the FC Pro Open. And then you look down that list, ABOFAWZI so close last year to qualifying for the Esports World Cup. I just feel like he's 1 or 2 wins away from really making a name for himself.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Dosseri obviously still competing, but has taken a step back. Abu Makka's moved into that spot, and then there's so much talent over there. We see the one-offs, what a performance he's been having. I'll give you a trade-off. That Gerrard power shot, if he scores one with that, you've got to give it the full shout. Yeah.
Has to be from 30+ yards though as well. That's got to be the agreement as well. We have got a kick-off in the other game. Speaking of Middle Eastern players, I mean, they could have 4 qualified today if both of the Saudi Arabians were to win this game. Bandar against Tex in that game there. One of those 2 will be qualifying for the FC Pro Open. Patry finds Georgia Stanway. Who else is going to come into the town? Rafael Leao just delaying the play. Where's it going to line up for the perfect pass? What a save, Courtois.
Love a bit of goalkeeper movement from PAULO Neto. Just shifted him ever so slightly to the middle of the goal and narrowed down the angle. And he's so quick off the line as well. I said it last game and I'm saying it again. He closes down the angle so quickly. Could be a clinical counter.
Pele, don't worry, that's not the icon Pele. That's the BD Pele, the foot hero. Just sits in alongside Kylian Mbappe. Still goalless across both our games here in our last round of action from Saturday's action here at the FC Pro Open Global Qualifier.
Bale's a real interesting one because he has a lot of coins. He's probably in that Mbappe range of coin total. I don't know how I feel about it. I feel as if you're going to pick someone of that coin value, you just take Mbappe or Ginola. But Bale, there's downside to him, the weak foot.
Cansado daquele atacante que só perde gols? Reforce seu time comprando coins de maneira rápida e segura, sem risco de banimento. Cobrimos qualquer oferta do mercado. Chame agora mesmo no link da descrição.
Being great, a couple of the passing attributes not quite where you want him. He's big, he's tall, he can win a header, he can get about in that area, but not having finesse shot plus. Again, it's just, I don't know if I'm on board. I'm not on the Bale train. And trust me, I'd like to be.
Well, only 3 players were on the Gareth Bale train out of the 64, which goes to show how much of an interesting pick that one is compared to the 45 pros that went for Mbappe. Well, we're hearing there has been a goal in the other game. We'll jump across to it if we can very shortly indeed. Which way has it gone, Bandar or Tex? Qualification game, that one, to make it into the FC Pro Open. Tex was there last year.
Could be a chance for Paulo.
That's on the other side. Paulo Neto was nowhere near this scenario last year in this competition. Update in the other game. Which way has the goal gone, Richard?
It's gone through a player who's had a lot of scrutiny in game. Robbie Keane, Travella outside the boot, takes 1-0 up. Green timed and found the top corner.
And yet that is Robbie Keane. Tex, the only player out of the 64 to use him in his draft. I wonder if any of you at home would have maybe just tried him this weekend. We'll have to wait and see.
Let us know. I think the day, maybe yesterday or the day before, there was an SBC that dropped about Robbie Keane as well in game. Let us know, did you complete that? And if you did, what's your thoughts of him?
Update, oh my, Tex is looking dangerous over there. 2-0 he leads. Great step overs, chance for Hanson, times it green, ABOFAWZI with the all-important breakthrough. He's been knocking on the door. Big moment.
Again, he's just opened up the pitch with the player log into Steven Gerrard. He's just quite slow defending from Paulo Neto. Didn't quite read the pass where it was going to go. Didn't read the step overs, and he just executed perfectly, just as Tex has done.
Well, Tex found a second. It came from Hyun-Min Son. Zizinho enjoyed that one.
Yeah. Travella at the near post. It is a very consistent way of scoring this year, that Travella near post.
Big chance, Mbappe, is he onside? What a save, Courtois! Should have been a certain goal for Paulo Neto.
And is he just doubting in the final third
what a ball. Gareth Bale to prove his money's worth in this squad. This attack, he was just to be the provider of the chance. Finds Steven Gerrard. That very much nearly was that moment.
He's got Renzo behind him, Paulo. It's going to be a big half-time here. He's really been able to create a lot. Obviously that chance there, green timed, it picked the wrong side of the goal. Shake of the head from Paulo Neto. He's 5-0 in Swiss. He was flawless, he was perfect. He's about to go 0-2 in the knockouts.
Bale in the tussle with the right back there, Rudiger. With an all-important win, Tex still leads 2-0 in his game against Bandar of Team Falcons. Expect this to maybe find a way back up to the edge of the box. Or maybe a power shot. Rafael out. Finds Patrick.
Lovely
Cheeky
pass.
chip. Is there a header there? It's a great touch. It's an open goal.
Offside. They think, why are we not getting any animation here inside the box? But what ABOFAWZI is doing now, when he's pinging this ball around the box, Gareth Bale looking for the speed boost, he's dictating what Paulo Neto does defensively. If it's going back to Gerrard, he's got to close him down quickly for a power shot. If he's recycling the ball, he's got to look over his shoulder. Is there a Patrick Guerrero lob-through ball coming? He's just creating, I said it last game and I'll say it again, he's creating traps around the box. And sooner or later, one of them will pay off again.
Rafael, where's that cut back? Face the power shot, it's the post on the inside. Huge chance for Paulo Neto. And ABOFAWZI survives another wave of pressure.
But something that I've just realised as well, this matchup for Bale is an absolute gimme. He's against Minqueza. who Gravison and FG sort of looked at earlier and analysed him. He's not outstanding in any area.
And there has been moments in that half where Bale was
just breezed past him.
Certainly been able to outsmart him. Last chance of the half. Abidi Pele finds Dembele. Is there going to be a way to manoeuvre this ball into the box now? Mbappe runs into William Saliba, and that should do us for half-time. ABOFAWZI 45 in-game minutes away from qualifying for the FC Pro Open. Well, let's jump across then. Tex against Bandar was 2-0 last time.
Cansado daquele atacante que só perde gols? Reforce seu time comprando coins de maneira rápida e segura, sem risco de banimento. Cobrimos qualquer oferta do mercado. Chame agora mesmo no link da descrição.
To speak about this, that's just happened 9 minutes off the restart of the second half. Mbappe is dancing, he's moving, he's grooving. 1-1. Palinetto's pulled an important goal back there.
He needed it as well, because we didn't see any of that really from him in the first half. One goal can just release the shackles now.
What I want to ask you, Denman, is yesterday, how was it? I mean, he went 3-0, he got the job done early, Mark, and then was it a case he just ran into some monsters, or?
I'll be honest with you, like, his whole matchup was just full of monsters. I think it was Cohen start off with top player, then Nee, and then Fuma. Then we had a day with Oberon and Abu Maka, who have both actually qualified already, haven't they?
If he wouldn't have qualified, that's a horrific run, isn't it?
Oh, it's awful matchmaking.
Yeah. Thankfully, you forget about it now because you're into the knockouts. Great finish from Paulo Neto. Turned the game around in 15 minutes from half-time.
2 goals in 5 minutes, Paulo Neto. It's a great example, though, Denman, as well. You can have a great day one, you come into knockouts, it's so different. He's not an easy bracket run, no one has.
Bro, absolutely. What I will say is, though, everyone you're playing now is a top player. They've all got through Swiss as well, so they all deserve to be here. And I don't think there's any easy matches for anybody either, because I think a lot of the time you'll look at players maybe who come from different regions and you think, oh, okay, maybe they're not as good, or maybe you're not really exposed to kind of what they're doing in their region, and they come here and they kind of flashbang you, and it's like, right, okay, I've not seen EU players do this, I've not seen South Americans do this, and I think that's the art of international competition.
Could you argue that's the same for Mark as well sometimes?
Oh, absolutely. I think a lot of people don't expect him to maybe be as good as he is because there's not a lot of players, or maybe as big of a player base over in Oceania as there is in other regions and stuff, but yeah, I'd say that, absolutely. And in answer to your question about when you say about like hard matchmaking and stuff in Swiss, for me, like, go on.
Got a question from Kerry up the Villa. Who has been your biggest shock so far?
That's a really, really good question. I'm just trying to cast my mind to it now.
I've got an answer.
Go on.
Young, 0-3.
Young, yeah, that's a massive shock. I was trying to think whether it was going to be a confident shock in terms of like if somebody had been good or bad. I'd say Young 0-3 by his standard isn't very good, because I think even him, he'd say that as well. I'd say from a good perspective, I'd say Nixneb, to be honest, because I feel like a lot of people who know Nixneb and who practice against Nixneb know that he's good enough to make it to these events.
Just don't always get to see him on this sort of stage.
Absolutely, 100%, I agree with that.
But he's also just beat Tex and Paulo Neto to qualify. Like,
I mean,
if there's ever a confidence boost going into the finals, this is it. Like, why not go and continue this run?
They'll be willing to play match day 1 tomorrow.
Well, have a look at that.
Well. We saw Bandar get 1 goal back. Well, he's just got a second against Tex. That 2-goal lead that Tex has been wiped away. What a chance this could be. It goes straight down
to an empty net. A very tight game here for a qualifying spot between Paulo Neto and ABOFAWZI.
Yeah, well, this one's going to finish slightly before Tex against Bandar. Is Paulo Neto on to get the final piece of the puzzle now, or does he not even want to rush it? Fakes a few player lots, cuts it inside. Paulo Neto will be playing number 14 on the team sheet for the FC Pro Open, and what a difference a year makes. We know the level he's got, we know how good he is, Richard. He was Swiss 0-3 last year. This time he will be amongst the best 24 in the world.
I'll be completely honest, I thought he missed the chance. I did go for an L1 R1 double tap square to the back post for Mbappe.
I think there's a massive reason, Buckley, why me and you are stood here, we're not sat.
I don't mean firing it back post for Mbappe.
I was sat there thinking the same thing. I'm holding down the square, I'm whipping that back post, and I need my player salmon and heading that in. But look, like we say, there's a reason why we're here and they're not. He's baited the player lock, and he's got a nice tap in for his efforts as well.
I think probably ABOFAWZI thought he was going to cross it as well, to give him the byline.
Such a tough scenario, isn't it, if you're on the opposite side of the stage here, where you've come through with the swish, you've been up and you've been down on the bracket. There is still maybe a chance though, Richard, isn't there?
There is.
Not in this game, I mean in the tournament.
Yes.
Paulo Neto tactics you're asking for.
Give me tactics, please.
You need some tactics, to be fair, you. I've seen your style of FC, mate.
Yeah, it's solid.
Sam Kerr. Any time of 2 minutes, there won't be enough. It looks like Paulo Neto will be the newest name. Let's get a full-time result here. 20 in-game seconds left, Paulo Neto. Congratulations, my friends. You have just qualified for the FC Pro Open. He wasn't there last year, he certainly will be this year.
Means so much to him. He's been so good for a very long time. Probably 2020, 2019 onwards, he's been a real top player. And last year was the first season where I saw him out and I saw him not playing at that level. He missed the invite last season, he missed the ticket. This year he's punched his hole and he'll be joining us on Monday nights, and I cannot.
Cansado daquele atacante que só perde gols? Reforce seu time comprando coins de maneira rápida e segura, sem risco de banimento. Cobrimos qualquer oferta do mercado. Chame agora mesmo no link da descrição.